Testing bit rate, more or less okay. Okay, so last stream was April 21st, which was last Tuesday, and today is Monday. I guess Tuesday was my Sunday last week, and this Sunday is, I guess, this week's Sunday. So, yeah, I'm going to do the classic, opening up Google Photos to see what did I do this week. While it opens, it probably will buffer a little bit, or maybe not. And I should scroll back to the 21st. April 21st, I went to buy some stuff, tried on some new clothes that I got, and I was wearing actually something of the new thing, and this is actually one of the things that I got that day. I don't really like it. I don't really like how it looks on me, I mean, but I like kind of the fabric and the color a little bit, so I got it. But I mean, I don't like how it looks on me, but I don't mind. And yeah, I got some clothes and then spent the day on the internet probably. The next day I had the first night shift. So I think on the morning I went for a walk, just to walk around the neighborhood. It was like a good weather and I wanted to, I guess, be a little bit active and not stay in the house all day. And yeah, therefore I went out and I have some pictures of cars that I spotted on the way in the neighborhood. A Renault 5, Renault Twingo, Renault 5 and a Twingo. There's one of these Twingos in my neighborhood, by the way. Sorry, in my neighborhood, but in Spain. I mean, it was cool to see them here. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm back. So, I had a night shift. Sorry for the cutting off. It's just this fucking Google Photos, I mean this fucking connection. When I open up Google Photos and it loads something, it buffers the whole thing. So it sucks for streaming. But I make do. And that day, this week, I had this guy. His name was Marco. He was like, okay. I mean, I don't know why he said it the first thing, but I guess for me it's like kind of remarkable or something. He was gay. He had like a husband and so on. And he told me stories like, I mean, not crazy stories. I mean, like from his life and about his garden and so on. So it was cool to see. And yeah, that day basically I do these kind of like trip by trip reviews. I do them on my own for my own self, and here I don't go into that much detail. But basically, I had like a couple of airport rounds. We went to the airport. We parked the car. We parked the train sometimes at some places. Like that's kind of like the vibe of a night shift. In the night shift, you kind of like do some passenger trips, but also there are some parts where you have to like park a train somewhere, do like a little bit of preparation of the train, and take the train empty from some place to another, or things like that. And I like that. I liked the fact that we had these empty trips, for example, empty drives, are they called? And yeah, that day I went to Freising. We had like the thing about those days is that we had a bigger pause, a couple of days, and this pause was like at some place that was random. And for example, this on Wednesday, the 22nd, I went to. We had the pause at Freising. Freising is like freezing, it's called in Spanish. I don't know how it's called in English, but yeah, it's like this town that's on the river. And yeah, I don't know. While it loads the pictures, maybe I could. I took some pictures like here in the kind of middle of nowhere. This video of the river, and that's basically what I was doing. And then I went to like this bridge that's kind of close to the station. I think this is the Isa. And yeah, that's what made me want to check out, to go out in this mega darkness. That was like 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. or something like this. So it was like a proper night shift, ending starting at like 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. or something like this, between 8 or 9, 8:30 and 9, always like after 8:30 and always before 9. And always ending at like between 5 and 6, like between 5:30 and 6, basically. Except the last day that it ended at that time that I got early a little bit. And yeah, that's basically how it went. It's interesting because I see all of these pictures when I take a picture, because the phone, in order for it to take a picture, I have to smile, right? And it's weird for me to see myself smile because I know that I'm not like actually that happy or whatever. Right? It's just I'm just smiling in order for the picture to be taken. But yeah, that is that. Then the next day I basically went to Lidl and bought some things, and then I had another night shift. This day in the night shift it was interesting because we had, well, first of all we had a buffet. Buffet is like something where, oh, something to note is that my driver this time was cool. He was, as I mentioned like 3 times already, he was like kind of talkative and so on, and so that was cool because from the description that I had, some classmates have had him before, and they mentioned that he was nice and so on, but like they didn't go too deep into how nice he was or whatever. So, and they did mention also that he leaves them a lot of gaps to sleep, right? And I was like, maybe he's kind of cold and distant or something, but no, it's like the opposite. He was like pretty warm and kind of like talkative and so on, and that was pretty cool. And then also he, at the times where you had to rest, he did leave you. He went to kind of sleep and he left you on your own in the other, like the other Führerstand, it's called, the other cabin of the train. So it's like that's when I went to do all of these like adventures or whatever, right? To do this kind of like little exploring of the surroundings of the station. But yeah, what I was going for is that he was nice and so on. The thing is that he is not like other drivers, other trainers that push you a little bit more to go out of your comfort zone, for example, to speak with the Fahrdienstleiter and so on. And in that case, he, for example, he took over everything. I mean, there were like kind of several irregularities and so on, so it's like it's not the same, but it is different, like yeah. Um, but yeah, but that means that you also don't get practice in doing these things. So there are like two sides to the coin. It's like more chill to be there, and like the week goes by faster, and like you get your practice in and so on. But it's like doing half of the work, you would say, and like less challenging and so on. Then the next day, well, not the next day, that same day, uh, where we had like this buffet and so on. Afterwards, there was like some drunk guy in the train at the end of the station. In that place was called. This is not Freising. This is Tutzing. It's close to a lake. In this case, it's not the river; it's a lake. And here, yeah, this guy was like fucking drunk and not unconscious, but like the type of drunk that is like this and doesn't want to move or whatever. And they called like the ambulance and so on, and like and they brought like even one of these carts, well, one of these moving beds to move him and so on. So that was kind of pretty crazy. But I mean, okay, I feel it's like we're back. I had a small moment of cutting off, but it's kind of back again. It's like cutting off a little bit. I think someone else is using the internet, I guess. Which I mean, it's like fucking third world type shit, but it is what it is. And yeah, that day then I went to the sea, to the. It's not the sea. It's called See in English. Oh, sorry, in German. But basically, I have a couple of like lake pictures that I took with high exposure and so on. This is under the stairs and all this. And that's basically it. That day. The next day, then I went to have lunch. Friday, to have lunch to Hans in Gluck, the one. Hello, okay. Then the next day, that Friday, I went to have lunch in Hans in Gluck at like 1 p.m., 2 p.m. or something like this. Uh, Joder. At like 1, 2 p.m. or something like that, I went to have lunch with a couple of classmates, and yeah, we went to near Karlsplatz. It was nice. And then I had my shift. I came back to my house, and then I had shift at like 3 something. Again, it's going like shit. What the fuck? Then that shift, I mean, it was a little bit different. I had a couple of trips where the train was empty, maybe even more than the previous day. So like I had one the day before and one that day. But basically that day I had a couple of those, and that was pretty cool. I liked those moments, and that's basically it. Then the next day, aka Saturday, aka Joder. Then, okay, I'm back, right? The next day, aka Saturday, um, I basically talked to my friends a little bit when I after woke up, which is like 3 p.m. or something, because yeah, basically if I didn't wake up or whatever, it was like sorry. After I woke up and went spent on my phone and cooked food or whatever, I just talked to my friends or YouTube a little bit and talked with my friends on Discord, and then talked with my mom. And I did this in the park. I was wearing like some shoes that are new, and I wanted to see how I could walk with them and so on because they are a little bit bigger. Bro, this fucking internet is so shit. I hate it. One-fifth of the stream is down, it says here. I don't get it. But yeah, essentially that I wanted to test out some new shoes, or kind of not new, but they're a little bit big on me, and I wanted to see how I walk. They're a little bit big. I bought some like little insoles and like little pads or whatever to see if that helps, but we'll see. And yeah, that was not yesterday. That was on Saturday. Then yesterday, Sunday, I spent all day at the house, and I think I didn't even leave once. And I spent it on the internet. I cooked food a little bit and so on, but yeah, as I said, I cooked food, watched some YouTube, spent basically the whole day watching YouTube and like reading Twitter and so on. A little bit of AI. Then today I went to Quidstrasse to buy some stuff to try there's an Aldi there, so I went to this Aldi, I don't know, to change it up. I wanted to go there because I wanted to go to DM to buy these kind of like pads for the shoes or whatever. And yeah, so I did that. I wanted to check out if there was a Rossmann, because in Rossmann they usually have also like other things, and I wanted a kind of like small sewing kit to like be able to sew, because I have a coat, well not a coat, like a blazer or so on, this blazer. And this, it technically has like a button somewhere, so but it's gotten out, so I want to sew this replacement button. But yeah, that's basically the week until now. And now it's only been 20 minutes of stream, so maybe I could make like an hour long stream, or like half an hour at least, 15 minutes more, even though the internet is shit. I don't know. I was thinking I had like several like random topics. That's why I haven't said anything explicit in the title. I have just two or three. Two topics. One is called like wanting to understand the things I used to hate. Well, and then there is like the usual topic of like I've been thinking a lot about this kind of like what would I do if I got universal basic income, right? Thinking utopically from last week. That thread I still haven't completely pulled it on it or something. So I guess I would also like to talk about that a little bit. Then I wanted to talk a little bit about conformism, because I saw a TikTok today, so maybe I could try to load up the TikTok right now. And when it loads, because it probably takes ages to load and it will slow my stream, so I will have like a little pause or whatever. And while that happens, I can like talk about the other thing, which is wanting to understand the things I used to hate. This is just like my back again. Yeah, it literally cuts off when I'm trying to load some shit online. That's insane.
Día 12, cruzando Taiwán entero a pie, sin internet. Y esta es la carretera que estoy recorriendo.
And another cut off stream. Another stream cut off. Maybe not.
Your experience in college and
Maybe not.
teaching and Wittgenstein and all these things.
Oh, maybe not.
What about some of your early experiences in getting into politics? What was like the on-ramp for you? Was there a particular book, documentary, club in school or something like that? How did you get interested in this stuff?
Well, as far as, I first got interested in politics in high school, I guess, in terms of being opposition to the Iraq
I
War.
can't
That was
pause
the first,
the video.
semi-adult political issue that really grabbed me.
Okay, I paused it. I'm trying to scroll to the transcript to see if I can find a concrete moment, but it's like slow. I could share the screen so that you could at least see what's going on. This is me doing like the scroll wheel movement, and it's taking ages. The browser itself. I'm just waiting for it to load Twilight. But yeah, basically, essentially, she talks about Twilight and so on, and how she wanted to understand, I guess, the things she used to hate, and that's kind of like what moved her to watch now not now, but like a year ago or so when she released the video about Twilight. Like that is what moved her to make this video, this long video essay, etc., about Twilight. Well, with Twilight as like the running element of it or whatever. And it's like she used to hate Twilight a little bit, or like she used to be a kind of like atheist or whatever, mainstream thing hater or something, and then she kind of like came around to it and like tried to understand it or whatever. And I find that impulse interesting. So I guess I wanted to see what things I used to hate or something, or like try to reflect a little bit on like what did I used to hate. And I don't know, I don't consider myself someone who is like really hateful or something. I consider myself maybe now less, but I used to be like quite cynical maybe. So in that sense, and I guess the thing is I can't really recall exactly where I was cynical. I know that my temperament in general was a little bit cynical, I guess, but I don't know exactly towards what or like who or something like this. I guess it was like more a general thing, right? So it was like generally cynical. I kind of like it kind of was that way, you know? When someone said something to me or whatever, whoever said something, like my first impulse and my first instinct was not like to be, oh, that's great or something, which was to be like, a little bit kind of suspicious or something like this, right? I don't know. I mean, like, I'm retroactively assigning that, but I don't think it was like that crazy, right? I wasn't that crazy cynical or something like this. But there was a little bit of that there. probably, I don't know what the fuck people are doing, but it's crazy. It's like it's technically connected to the stream now, but it drops frames like crazy. This isn't great because I'm not like it's not like being recorded online, you know, it's not being uploaded to the cloud, it's just like being lost to ether, so I don't want to reflect too much out loud, I guess, in those moments. Now I see like again the yellow sign and I know it's going to start to drop or something like this. I guess, I don't know, it's like I am having concrete things. Maybe I could look up my older journals or something. I know in one of my journals I have like one entry that is like I hate my brother or something like that. Or maybe not that I hate him, but more like I hate that he doesn't do this or something. I could try to look it up. Insane frame drop for some reason. I'm thinking it's part the computer and part the connection. Again, it dropped the whole connection. It's crazy. Talking about skateboarding. Talking about buying something, but I don't know what. Talking about carnival. Talking about being angry with someone, my brother, I think. Talking about being in love with someone. saying I hate orthography. So that's one thing I hated. I think then afterwards I said I hate philosophy. So I guess I never actually hated them because I don't hate them right now. So yeah, let's see this. This means I hate orthography, and this is like my diary. This is talking about like this game. It's called tazos in Spanish. In English, I don't know. It's like this kind of like chips that you flip them, and if you flip them, you win them or whatever. And I won some, and I'm talking about them. There were like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and then here I had a lot of fun. It's written in a kind of like cringe way. Now when I read it, it's a little bit cringe, but me lo he pasado chupi playing. I introduced English words for some reason, like a little bit above here. I have also like some English words, and in 2015 I noticed that it's like wrong, but I don't know. I was like doing this back in 2009 for some reason. I guess I was destined in a way to talk in English online or whatever. And yeah, here again, I say like I had, but when in '09, like my English was like really shit. I mean, not that now it's like crazy, insanely good or whatever, but now it's like workable. But back then in like '09, it was like in my homework in English class, I did ace it or whatever, but it didn't translate to you like any kind of use outside, I think. Or but maybe on around '09 or whatever, it's like when I was trying to like see games online or something like this, and when I was actually did some bobs over there because I played like online mini games, and like those games usually have like menus, new items or whatever in English. So but yeah, I say me lo he pasado chupi playing con los bugas Radiocon. Mi Subaru empieza va de muerte. It's like I had a lot of fun playing with my RC cars. My Subaru Impreza goes really well, and then I hate orthography over here. So I was like, I have a video that was probably like around when I had my YouTube. Like this is probably like around the beginning of my YouTube channel. So maybe I was kind of like seeing some YouTube in English, but like fragments, or like they were like titled in English. They were like videos about RC drift cars or something like this. It's hard to know what I was watching in 2009. I started on YouTube because of a well friend. Now it's kind of like distant friend, but I still consider him a friend, I guess, because of these things. But yeah, he introduced me to YouTube. He had a channel first. He's always like been actually on YouTube. He's always been more successful than me. He's always like had a couple of channels where he did like walkthroughs and things like this, where he had like decent views, like 40,000 or something like that, right? Same with my brother, by the way. My brother, every channel that he's made or whatever, he's kind of like picked up something, right? I mean, he had like a channel, a YouTube channel with experiments, and he's always like, and he got some kind of views, not like insane, but like in the tens of thousands, maybe a couple of videos with hundreds of thousands, whatever. Like, whoa, that's crazy. And he did that with a friend. Then he had a channel. He was basically copying other people's experiments, but like it kind of worked. And then he made a channel for himself about Minecraft or something, and those videos also like got decent views. But he, like most of the things that he did, he ended up privating them or something like that. Then probably because I was like kind of like mocking it or something, maybe. I mean, I doubt that I was the main reason, but maybe it was a component of it. So maybe something like this, right? For example, mocking other people doing stuff. I mean, I never mocked him, right? And I never thought it, but I don't know. It's like, to me, it's amusing, I guess, to see my brother doing these kind of things, right? I guess maybe the reverse holds true as well. If he sees my channel, he's like, what the fuck is he doing or something like that. But yeah, for me, I guess it was like it's funny, right? To find it's like something that he keeps secret or something, or that he doesn't tell me about, and then I find it out, or he mentions it or something. I don't know. I mean, to be clear, I never mocked the experiment channel or like his actual videos or whatever. When I saw them, I was like, this is actually really good, right? But you know, like tiny parts of it, or for example, the intro or the channel name or something like this, right? And it's not like mocking or like using it as a forever mocking thing. It's more like small comments that are maybe made with what in Spanish we call retintín or something, right? Which is like this small mocking tone. And to be clear, I was being cringe on YouTube way before he was doing this cringe shit, by the way. we like, it's like we started together before. I don't know what got lost, what got cut off or something, but I mentioned that I was doing like cringe shit. One video where I'm like riding a bike and I'm like not naked, but like wearing just underwear. And we made a video about that on YouTube and then posted it to YouTube. So I was like embarrassed about that, and I was like properly embarrassed about that. Like after the fact, not sure how many years passed or like several years passed or whatever, but I was like embarrassed about that. Like that was kind of like my digital footprint at some point in time, you would say. And I guess he took it down early enough that I guess it never like got correlated or something. But it's the type of thing that I remember that now it's tough to ask for it back, right? It's not like I can be like, hey, DMing. I'm in contact, right? So I could DM him on Instagram or something. But it would be weird that this is the thing that kind of like makes me reignite the contact or something, right? Which, I don't know. Maybe if I maybe I could be like, hey, do you actually remember this? Like, don't you like do you have this on the hard? Also, it's like weird to ask for it on a hard drive. It's like I guess it feels also bad to be the creator of that. Like, how are you like recording a little boy? I mean, he was like 1 year older, so he was also like a little boy. But how are you recording a naked boy, a little boy in underwear, riding a bike? What? Like that's at the very least seen from this to the present lens problematic, right? I mean, in our time it wasn't like sexual or anything, but it was like certainly weird, right? Not everyone was doing these things, right? But anyway, basically all this to say that I was being cringe and doing cringe shit way before my brother was like not sure if way before, but like way before I was mocking him for doing cringe shit. So you know it hits different when you're like doing the cringe shit before. It's not like you're from the sidelines being a hater, right? It's more like it's just what it is, right? It's like you get some, you give some, kind of like more of that vibe, right? It's not like being a hater as a personality or something. I don't know. That's my point of view from now. It's different, I guess. But yeah, regarding hate, I don't exactly know what I meant by orthography here because I don't know which kind of orthography homework maybe was. I remember hating calligraphy, you know, having to do this kind of like cuadernillos rubio. So these like little notebooks where you have to like, in order to make your handwriting better. I did hate those, but I don't know why I was hating orthography here. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm calling that orthography or if I actually had orthography homework. Okay, this is the same. Okay, this is pretty cringe to read right now. Eight days left for my mom's and Carlos is like a cousin that in that time at that day it was like maybe he was like literally just born that I left. I drew a heart that you have seen. And then I write then I write something like I wish I had a bigger whatever. And then the time will come. I don't know why I'm reading it. I'm trying to find things I hated. I guess I hated that part of my body, right? And then in 2015 I write a note under there that has XD, like laughing, because I mean I guess probably in like physical sense it did grow since like 2009 and like 2015, but in my mind it never actually like grew that much. Then again, these are almost all positive things. Like my brother downloaded a game. It's super dope. I'm very good at this game. I wrote here. Today we played a game about like it's called Truth or Dare basically. There was like some dare where I had to rate the girls from class, and I rated like 3 or 4 of them. I don't understand. He estado abriendo, briendo, llorando. El puto día, el santo día. Estoy harto. Y además, Mario me da el coñazo sobre que no puedo ir a Saravaras. Saravaras is like a dancer in Spain, and my mom wanted to go to see her or something. Maybe I couldn't go or something. I went with Alex and his Diablo. It's like this thing. I'm more or less good at it. I'm good at it, but Alex was really Alex knew tricks and like he put effort into that shit. I went to buy rope or like for the Diablo. It broke. I'm bored. Some weeks ago I made a YouTube channel. Okay, so back up there in March I didn't have a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel was opened in like August or something. Some weeks ago I made a YouTube channel and I uploaded 23 videos. Yesterday the cable broke. Today we made a video. That's the video I talked about. The Tour de Gallumbos. Fuck, I forgot about that. That's true. We were like fucking naked doing this fucking YouTube video, and my friend fell from the bike. I forgot he was actually also in that video. And he fell from the bike and actually hurt himself. Like his knee. I talk about a phone that I wanted to buy. Lol. Here I was still living in the old flat. And yeah, Carlos Andres, which is like, which is a neighbor from me. We used to like from there on, when he moved up there, we hung out pretty often. Oh yeah, maybe we moved. My dad was talking about that maybe we moved to some other place because he wanted to buy a house or something. Then this is like I'm 15 years from now. Okay, in 2015, I guess I was already like self-deprecating and stuff. In 2010, not yet. Yeah, again, odio filosofía. I hope I become rich. It's difficult, but it has to happen. Maybe I realize it's not important, but oh well. Tomorrow my mom turns 52 years old. My mom, yeah, and now it's like 63. Today I watched a video in which Wismichu looked at things of Wismichu was our YouTuber that I guess was popular back then in 2015 about his past. I'm thinking of buying a new graphics card, AMD R9, but the price is not low enough. I would like to get my A2 license and buy the KLX 250 CRF 250, but I don't have a job. Well, I'm going to study. I have a camera, Nikon M1J1, but I don't make videos. In these 5 years, I've uploaded several stupid shit, but I think I don't know, what represents something in my mind are the videos from another friend that they're still I think up on my channel, but I think he told me to private them. I should do. I've been trying to do several things. German. I was trying German back then. Well, French, Ableton, but on my own, it takes me a lot of effort. I have to solve this. Now I'm going to study. Yes. I mean, the audio philosophy, I'm pretty sure it was a joke. It was like a parody of the previous. I hate orthography, I guess. Which is 15, 3, 15. Okay, now I could talk about this conformism thing, I guess.
corriendo durante los próximos 12 kilómetros. Ayer me paré a pensar, porque yo disfrutaría mucho de esta ruta de no ser por el peso que cargo, y he estado pensando cómo lo podría hacer, así que creo que estos próximos días, en cuanto me adentre en algún pueblo grande en el que pueda conseguir un remolque y así puedes arrastrar, lo que sé que no será muy complicado es conseguir un carrito de bebé, para así poder empujar el peso y no llevarlo a los hombros. Mira quién ha parado aquí. No, I go to Suao. I go to Suao. Yeah, Choru. I go walking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I go walking. I need to do Taiwan walking.
Okay.
Yeah. Sí, Penny. Have a nice day. Bye.
Careful.
Ahí se ha parado Penny ofreciéndome llevarme, que no es por cabezonería, es también que me propongo algo, cuando me lo proponga tengo que cumplirlo, ¿no? Y aunque ahora me gustaría que me llevase, creo que hay una lección detrás de este paseo, que tengo que hacerlo. ¡Ay, sí! Ahí se va mi héroe.
El camino me ha enseñado algo una y otra vez, que cuando tienes la determinación suficiente para perseguir tus sueños, siempre hay lecciones esperándote. Lecciones que no ves venir, pero que terminan cambiándolo todo. Y así fue un día más para mí. Caminaba con dudas, con esa sensación incómoda de no saber si había tomado la decisión correcta, después de rechazar la invitación de Penny. Seguí avanzando a pie, sin rumbo claro, pero con la necesidad de parar, pensar y escucharme. Y entonces lo entendí, el camino tenía algo preparado. Me crucé con un chico de Nueva Zelanda que estaba dando la vuelta a Taiwán corriendo. Entre 80 y 100 kilómetros al día, sí, así más. Un grupo de taiwaneses también dando la vuelta a la isla corriendo. Llevaban años intentándolo. Y fue ahí cuando todo cobró sentido. A veces olvidamos lo más básico, que el esfuerzo tiene recompensa, que necesitamos retarnos para descubrir de qué somos capaces. Porque, seamos honestos, sin desafíos, sin empujarnos a ser mejores, solo nos queda el conformismo. Y eso sí que suena realmente aburrido.
Día 12, cruzando Taiwán entero a pie.
I think I'm going to make this part of the video in Spanish, and I'm going to title it Pensando en voz alta, Thinking out loud about conformism.
Sí, Penny. Y esta es la carretera que es de los próximos 12 día 12.
Hola, he visto este TikTok antes y he pensado, Vi este TikTok antes en el que al final, justo al final, habla sobre el conformismo y me apetecía reflexionar en voz alta sobre este tema. O sea que primero voy a poner el vídeo y luego hablaré sobre ello. Y debajo en la descripción pondré cuando empiezo yo a hablar.
Y esta es la carretera que estoy recorriendo durante los próximos 12 kilómetros. Ayer me paré a pensar, porque yo disfrutaría mucho de esta ruta y no sé por el peso que cargo. Y he estado pensando cómo lo podría hacer. Así que creo que estos próximos días, en cuanto me adentre en algún pueblo grande en el que pueda conseguir un remolque, vi este TikTok. Y esta es la carretera que estoy recorriendo durante los próximos 12 kilómetros. Ayer me paré a pensar, porque yo disfrutaría mucho de esta ruta y no sé por el peso que cargo. Y he estado pensando cómo lo podría hacer. Así que creo que estos próximos días, en cuanto me adentre. Y así puedes arrastrar. Lo que sé que no será muy complicado es conseguir un carrito de bebé para así poder empujar el peso y no llevarlo a los hombros. Mira quién ha parado aquí. No, I go to Suao. I go to Suao. Yeah, I told you, I go walking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I go walking. I need to do Taiwan walking.
Okay.
Yeah. Sí, Penny.
Bye.
Have a nice day, bye.
Careful.
Ahí se ha parado Penny ofreciéndome llevarme, que no es por cabezonería, es también, si me propongo algo, cuando me lo proponga tengo que cumplirlo, ¿no? Y aunque ahora me gustaría que me llevase, creo que hay una lección detrás de este paseo, y tengo que hacerlo. Bye, sí. Ahí se va mi héroe.
El camino me ha enseñado algo una y otra vez, que cuando tienes la determinación suficiente para perseguir tus sueños, siempre hay lecciones esperándote. Lecciones que no ves venir, pero que terminan cambiándolo todo. Y así fue un día más para mí.
Día 12, cruzando Taiwán entero a pie. Día 12, cruzando Taiwán sin internet. Estoy recorriendo. Día 12, cruzando Taiwán entero a pie. Día 12, cruzando Taiwán entero a pie.
Vi este TikTok antes por la mañana y en él habla sobre el conformismo y me apetecía... Antes por la mañana vi este TikTok y me apetecía hablar sobre el conformismo, porque en el vídeo, al final justo, habla sobre el conformismo. Entonces primero voy a poner el vídeo y luego hablaré sobre el conformismo, de la manera en la que, un poco como al aire libre, en voz alta, pensando en voz alta. Y en la descripción voy a poner el enlace a cuando empiezo yo a hablar, por si queréis saltaros el TikTok. Pero bueno, lo que voy a poner.
La ruta de no sé por el peso que cargo. Y he estado pensando cómo lo podría hacer. Así que creo que estos próximos días, en cuanto me adentre en algún pueblo grande en el que pueda conseguir un remolque y así puedes arrastrar, lo que sé que no será muy complicado es conseguir un carrito de bebé para así poder empujar el peso y no llevarlo a los hombros. Mira quién ha parado aquí.
Did you have too far yet?
No, I go to Suao.
Suao,
I go to
okay.
Suao. Yeah, I Choru. I go walking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I go walking. I need to do Taiwan walking.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Sí, Penny. Llevarme, que no es por cabezonería, es también, si me propongo algo, cuando me lo proponga tengo que cumplirlo, ¿no? Y aunque ahora me gustaría que me llevase, creo que hay una lección detrás de este paseo, que tengo que hacerlo. Bye bye, sí. Ahí se va mi héroe.
El camino me ha enseñado algo una y otra vez, que cuando tienes la determinación suficiente para perseguir tus sueños, siempre hay lecciones esperándote. Lecciones que no ves venir, pero que terminan cambiándolo todo. Y así fue un día más para mí. Caminaba con dudas, con esa sensación incómoda de no saber si había tomado la decisión correcta, después de rechazar la invitación de Penny. Seguía avanzando a pie, sin rumbo claro, pero con la necesidad de parar, pensar y escucharme. Y entonces lo entendí, el camino tenía algo que para mí. Me crucé con un chico de Nueva Zelanda que estaba dando la vuelta a Taiwán corriendo.
Is the best day?
Yeah, well, yesterday I did 85k.
Entre 80 y 100 kilómetros al día, sí, así como suena.
I just love being here, eh? I mean, the people are just so friendly. Everybody's like,
Pero lo más impactante no era la distancia, era lo que me dijo, que a veces olvidaba por qué había empezado y que no recordaba que le impulsó a tomar esa decisión. Su cuerpo era solo dolor y los antiinflamatorios lo único que le mantenían en pie. Pero aún así, seguía. Y cuando pensaba que esa historia ya era suficiente, daneses también dando la vuelta a la isla corriendo. Llevaban años intentándolo. Cuando todo cobró sentido. A veces olvidamos lo más básico, que el esfuerzo tiene recompensa, que necesitamos retarnos para descubrir de qué somos capaces. Porque, seamos honestos, sin desafíos, sin empujarnos a ser mejores, solo nos queda el conformismo. Y eso sí que suena realmente aburrido.
Día 12, cruzando Taiwán entero a pie, sin internet.
Y fue ahí cuando todo cobró sentido. A veces olvidamos lo más básico, que el esfuerzo tiene recompensa, que necesitamos retarnos para descubrir de qué es lo que, seamos honestos, sin desafíos, sin empujarnos a ser mejores, solo nos queda el conformismo. Y eso sí que suena realmente. A veces olvidamos lo más... básico, que el esfuerzo tiene recompensa, que necesitamos retarnos para descubrir de qué somos capaces, porque, seamos honestos, sin desafíos...
La carretera que estoy recorriendo durante los próximos 12 kilómetros. Ayer me paré a pensar...
Lleva todo cobro seco, que el esfuerzo tiene recompensa, que necesitamos retarnos para descubrir de qué somos capaces, porque, seamos honestos, sin desafíos, sin empujarnos a ser mejores, solo nos queda el conformismo.
Solo nos queda el conformismo. Sí. Bueno, tengo la cita aquí entera. A veces olvidamos lo más básico, que el esfuerzo tiene recompensa, que necesitamos retarnos, porque seamos honestos, sin desafíos, sin empujarnos a ser mejores, solo nos queda el conformismo y eso sí suena realmente aburrido. No sé, eso como que lo que me hizo pensar y la razón por la que quería hacer el vídeo es porque si solo te queda el conformismo, es como el conformismo suena aburrido. No sé, es como que algo de esa frase me pareció un poco extraño. Es decir, lo que me pareció extraño fue como definamos entonces qué es ser conformista. Es decir, qué está haciendo él que es empujar como algún tipo de frontera, que es como no estar contento con lo que tienes o algo así, ¿no? Es decir, eso es el conformismo. El conformismo es un poco estar contento con lo que tienes, no querer mejorar, ¿no? Mientras que el inconformismo es como querer mejorar algo, querer superar desafíos, ¿no? Entonces, en este caso, ¿cuál es el desafío? Y el desafío es dar una vuelta a una isla. Entonces es como a mí, es decir, me parece, es decir, no quiero decir la palabra reto estúpido, porque, pero la acabo de decir. Pero es decir, no digo, cuando digo reto estúpido, no lo digo en plan a malas o que sea estúpido ni nada así. Digo simplemente que es en sí como desafío, como no es llegar a un sitio al que nadie ha llegado antes. No es poner a prueba el cuerpo humano de manera que nunca ha sido puestas a prueba. Es como únicamente como desafío, es un desafío individual. Es decir, es algo que él nunca había hecho y que por lo tanto para él es guay, ¿no? Es decir, no es que a mí me disgusten los retos estúpidos. A mí me encantan los retos estúpidos. Yo sigo a un canal que se llama GeoWizard, por ejemplo, y él tiene como varios retos que son andar de cierto punto a cierto punto únicamente en línea recta. Tiene un GPS y tiene como un indicador de cuánto se va desviando y como que se pone unas marcas, ¿no? 25 metros y eso cuenta como línea recta. Entonces, su reto es como cruzarse del Reino Unido, de Inglaterra a Gales, cruzarla entera solamente andando en línea recta. Entonces, pues tienes que pasar por propiedad privada de la gente. Estúpido me parece un poco extraño, ¿no? Es decir, no estoy en contra de llamarlo inconformismo, porque sí que es cierto como que había un cierto sentido de no estar conforme con la situación en la que estaba antes, por lo tanto decide emprender un reto, que yo he llamado estúpido, pero bueno, es un reto simplemente, ¿no? Es un reto personal. Yo creo que la palabra reto personal es como más apropiada, igual que reto estúpido, porque reto estúpido es como visto desde una manera global un poco cínica, ¿no? Igual no todo el mundo es tan cínico y sí que es verdad que más gente puede ver que es un reto de algún tipo, que de algún modo sí que como que la gente puede ver el valor de ese reto aunque sea simplemente un reto individual. Pero por ejemplo, ¿qué es un reto no estúpido para mí, ¿no? Es decir, o para mí o con esta lente, yo creo que un reto no estúpido, por ejemplo, es curar el cáncer o algo así, ¿no? Es decir, si tú estás todos los días levantándote por la mañana pronto para ir al laboratorio o para ir al no sé dónde a intentar encontrar la cura de un cáncer, eso es como bastante, ¿no? Globalmente visto como, wow, este tío está levantándose para hacer un reto para estar como está siendo inconformista con la situación actual, no nos gusta el cáncer, no queremos erradicarlo. Y además es como global, ¿no? Es decir, pero este tío no se está levantando todas las mañanas para curar el cáncer, está simplemente dando la vuelta a una isla así, ¿no? Andando. Entonces, como que si desde ese punto de vista aplicas tú la etiqueta conformismo a lo que está haciendo otra gente, es decir, un tío, por ejemplo, que se está levantando de 8 a 7 de la tarde o de 9 de la mañana a 5 de la tarde para ir a un laboratorio y los fines de semana tiene libre y va al Ginos, pero durante su vida es simplemente él no es el líder de la investigación de curar el cáncer, ¿no? Es simplemente una pequeña parte de los engranajes de los que una posible solución puede ser curar el cáncer, ¿no? ¿Él está siendo conformista o está siendo inconformista? Porque en lo personal su vida es simplemente ir al Tajo, los sábados ir al Ginos y verse una peli Netflix y ya está, ¿no? Mientras que el otro tío se ha ido a Taiwán a coger un vuelo, está hablando en chino, como mezclando en inglés, que se llama ya distinto, y luego encima el chino, que es como una fucking locura, ¿no? Y además está subiéndolo a internet. Es como inconformista, es distinto, es raro. Pero lo que está haciendo es hacer así en una isla que ya está descubierta, que está asfaltada, que está desarrollada, que no tiene ningún tipo como de... no está colonizando América, no está extrayendo recursos ni moviéndose a algún sitio de... no sé, es un arbitraje un poco espiritual, como con bastantes capas de abstracción, ¿no? Es decir, está... como el mensaje que está transmitiendo es como crear contenido en internet, es decir, es como una especie de tarea un poco que si la puedes definir como inconformista, la puedes definir como inconformista sí, porque no hace todo el mundo y tal, pero que, que tampoco es, no sé, que yo es como que no me parece, es como no me parece como demasiado global en una especie de inconformismo mega loco, ¿no? No me parece algo como empujar ningún tipo de frontera loca. Es simplemente, está como, literalmente está navegando terreno construido ya. Mientras que alguien que a lo mejor en una vida, en un marco que parece como mucho más, es decir, dentro de lo que es un marco bastante aparentemente rompedor, como wow, cultura distinta, cosas que la gente no se suele atrever a hacer, tal, ¿no? Dentro de ese marco, la realidad, si lo plantas los datos tal como son, es un poco que no está descubriendo América, ¿no? Está simplemente haciendo una cosa un poco distinta, pero ¿no? A lo mejor alguien que es minusválido y que no puede ir a Taiwán nunca ve esto y es como que le trae una nueva perspectiva y es brutal. Es decir, tiene como muchos efectos que no se pueden, que no están tan definidos o algo así, ¿no? Que no son tan claros como alguien que está enfocándose en buscar una cura para el cáncer o algo así. Pero no sé. Luego también, es decir, para un español es inconformista, ¿no? Irse como a China, a Taiwán. Pero para el tío de Taiwán, por ejemplo, el tío que le ofrece ayuda a él, ¿ese tío es un tío conformista o es un tío inconformista? El tío que vive en Taiwán, que tiene su trabajo en Taiwán, no sé qué hará, yo qué sé, pues tú puedes inventar el trabajo que quieras. Es un tío que tiene una tienda de aparatos electrónicos ahí en Taiwán. Y se los vende pues a consumidores de Taiwán que viven ahí. Entonces tiene pues un trabajo normal ahí en Taiwán y simplemente le ofrece ayuda al tío este, ¿no? Entonces, ese man, que es como, wow, qué amable la gente de Taiwán, no sé qué. Pero es un tío conformista, ¿no? Es decir, entonces, ese tío está como empujando las fronteras de algo, está siendo amable con un desconocido extranjero, tal, lo cual es guay, pero está siendo hospitalario, cosa que mola, pero hospitalario solamente lo puedes ser casi en tu casa, ¿no? Es decir, tú solamente puedes ser hospitalario si te quedas donde estás, si has sido un poco conformista y te quedas donde tú estás. Es decir, pero ser hospitalario es menos conformista que ser, por ejemplo, no hospitalario. Eso es como más conformista aún. Es como eres tan conformista que simplemente te quieres conformar con lo que tienes y no quieres ni siquiera como ofrecer lo que tú tienes a otros, ¿no? Es decir, simplemente lo que tú tienes lo tienes que proteger encima y ya está, ¿no? Mientras que a lo mejor ofrecerle ayuda a alguien, a lo mejor cuando está tan desamparado, es a lo mejor tú llegas un poco más tarde al Tajo o vuelves un poco más tarde a tu casa, pero bueno, has ayudado a este tío que estaba pues subiendo esto y a lo mejor tal, para saber con historia o aprendes una cosa nueva o aprendes de su cultura, tal. A lo mejor estás siendo un poco más curioso, más inconformista con lo que tú ya conoces, ¿no? Quieres un poco buscar más. Pero bueno, dentro de lo que cabe, como que su vida, el marco de su vida es bastante conformista a lo mejor y tiene como esos pequeños momentos de inconformismo de ayudar a el tío este que está como andando alrededor de Taiwán. No lo sé.
Y eso
Pues eso era, yo creo. No tengo no mucho más que decir. Este vídeo lo he hecho en español. Por cierto, normalmente los vídeos de este tipo, como hablando de cosas random y tal, los suelo hacer en inglés. Pero bueno, como este vídeo, este TikTok estaba en español, pues digo, voy a ponerme a hablar, voy a tener que traducir esto al inglés, el TikTok, para tal. Bueno, habéis sido 5 minutos, en verdad tengo aquí la frase escrita aquí en un número, o sea que tampoco hubiese sido una locura traducir en inglés. Pero bueno, no sé, he pensado, mira, pues lo hago en español y Ya está. ¿Qué opináis vosotros? ¿Tenéis alguna opinión sobre el conformismo? ¿Os hace pensar este vídeo que el conformismo está bien, que está mal? No sé. También yo pienso, por ejemplo, en algún funcionario, a lo mejor. Tú eres funcionario en un país o algo así. En España, por ejemplo, hay muchos funcionarios, tengo un par de colegas que son funcionarios, es decir, esa es un estilo de vida bastante conformista, ¿no? Para mí es como la definición del conformismo. Si pienso en conformismo, pienso en como un funcionario, ¿no? Es decir, quiere un trabajo estable, que esté como en el mismo sitio siempre, tal, que sea como seguro, una posición segura. Pero bueno, es decir, como por ejemplo el tío, a lo mejor es un tío en un ingeniero de software en China que está viviendo, trabajando pues de 9 a 5 picando código para que la aplicación TikTok funcione bien, ¿no? O para crear una nueva aplicación, una nueva función en los comentarios de TikTok, o crear como el nuevo Stitch, el nuevo como un vídeo pegado con otro. Y entonces eso es lo que hace que tu TikTok explote y tal. O a lo mejor el que ha creado como la subtitulación automática en chino, eh, a lo mejor ese tío es un tío que está picando código, que vive, que se va a su casa y trabaja, ¿no? Que no es. Pero tu inconformismo está basado, ¿no?, en la base de muchos conformistas. Entonces, el que está picando código y haciendo que la traducción automática sea mejor que antes, es un tío conformista o inconformista, porque está trabajando en algo que es como nuevo, ¿no? Está haciendo como traducción automática, pero a lo mejor simplemente está cogiendo partes de algo y metiéndolas, y su trabajo es únicamente meterlas dentro de TikTok y que funcione. O a lo mejor está como a la vanguardia de la técnica y no hay ninguna aplicación que lo haga mejor que TikTok. No lo sé. El tío, el avión que voló, con el que voló desde un sitio a otro, tal, no sé. ¿Qué opináis? Bueno, si lo habéis visto, gracias por verlo y eso, dejadme en los comentarios la opinión que tengáis sobre el conformismo y el inconformismo y chao. So yeah, a little bit of Spanish today on TikTok. Sorry, on TikTok, on my YouTube channel. I'll probably upload that now. And yeah, then I'll cook dinner and I'll shower and go to bed or whatever. Ugh, I hate that. So bad. So. Anyways, thank you for watching. I mean, not right now, thank you nobody, but in the future, if in case anyone in the future watches it, thank you in the future for watching it. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I can still keep rambling. Maybe I could cook on stream. I don't want, it's not that I don't want to cook on stream, it's that I don't want to move the computer to over there. It's a bit of a hassle. I really won't stream while cooking. I guess I wanted to sort my priorities or something like this. I wanted to sort my kind of like open loops or something. But I don't want to do that on stream, I think. I want to do that off stream. Collect. In 2015 I was thinking about this bike license. I was also thinking about Alemán, Francés, Ableton. I have a note app with some lyrics. That's tied to the Ableton musical project, I guess, right? I have like YouTube video projects folder, Obsidian list, folder with source material. Websites, domain. Okay, video is back, so I'm using this time to just say, now I'm ending stream. Thank you for watching. For the people in the future who are watching, and for the people who are not here, then nothing, because no one is here. And bye bye.